Hi, Batool.
Hi, good morning, Miss Karen. How are
Good morning.
you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Fine. Did
Good. I was just going to start the slideshow.
mhm.
Welcome to Raising Happy Kids Zoom show, episode 11, The Guardians. When creating harmony is up to you. During this 1 hour Zoom show, I focus on sharing tips and lessons on the one rule to raising happy kids. Each episode has at least one example of the one rule in action, demonstrating how it helps you raise a happy child. Then we have Q&A and discussion. When I talk about raising happy kids or creating harmony with kids, I bring up the one rule. The one rule equals agreement. Agreement equals harmony. Using the one rule means you find agreement. That's the rule. You find a solution that everyone likes. You've found agreement. You've found harmony. Knowing and following the one rule is all you really need to create harmony between you and your kids. In any situation where there are differences that might lead to conflict between you and your kids, use the one rule. I learned this strategy from 3-year-old children. I was teaching them a complex conflict resolution strategy, actually intended for adults, and they taught me this. So don't think you're in for a rough time. It's simple, it's easy, it's powerful and effective. It works if you use it. In today's slideshow, we explore a situation where creating harmony is up to you because the other person is too young to be able to participate. Jenny and Pam were walking Timmy home as usual. "You're right, Jen," said Pam. "I'll bet Kathy can help me with this. I've just been dreading it. I totally forgot what Kathy said about how we can use the one rule with 2-year-olds, but that it's different than what we do with older kids." "Remember, we can use it with grumpy adults too," laughed Jenny. "It works really well with grumpy adults," said Timmy. "We have a neighbor who used to be grumpy. I've been using the one rule for 2-year-olds with him when I have to talk with him. Now he isn't mean. Sometimes he doesn't say anything, but at least he isn't mean." "See, Pam," said Jenny, "I'm sure Kathy can help you." "Yeah, I'm sure she can too, but Dean is a real terrible too. No one can stand to be around him, and I got volunteered to take care of him while my cousin is visiting." "You got volunteered? Don't you use the one rule at home?" asked Jenny. "We usually do, but this was a kind of family emergency. They couldn't reach me to ask me about it. Mom said that with all my experience with the guardians, she was sure I'd agree and do a good job." "Would you agree?" asked Jenny. "I guess. My cousin really needs the help, and I'm the best one to do it. I was letting this get to me. I'm glad you reminded me about talking with Kathy." Maybe that's why this is happening, so I can learn about taking care of 2-year-olds using the one rule. I just hope it works. Then I could get a really good paying job babysitting 2-year-olds when I'm a little older. If it works, it could be my specialty. Now that's the way to think, Pam, said Jenny. This could turn out great. My mom should be home if you want to talk with her, said Timmy. I may as well, said Pam. The sooner I feel good about this, or at least better, the more I'll like it. As they got to Timmy's house, Mom, Mom, shouted Timmy. Pam needs to talk with you. Kathy came out on the porch. Hi, girls. Come give me a hug, Timmy, and tell me what's happening. Timmy ran up the stairs to hug his mom. Pam has to babysit a terrible two, and she really needs some help. What's this all about, Pam? Asked Kathy. Kathy had become the coach of the guardians right from the beginning, when Pam and Jenny first walked Timmy home. She taught them the one rule and did weekly sessions with them where they practiced using the one rule. Do you have some time to coach me, Kathy? Asked Pam. Yes, said Kathy. Let's have a snack first. I was just fixing something for Timmy and me. Are you girls hungry? Yes, the girls exclaimed. As they ate, Pam explained what had happened in her family and that Jen had suggested that Kathy could help her. I'm sure we can figure out a good plan for you, Pam, said Kathy. I'll tell you what I've learned about interacting with 2-year-olds. Yeah, that's what I was remembering you said about working with grumpy adults, said Jenny. That's right, and that sure works, said Timmy. Timmy had become so confident during his time with the guardians. Okay, let's get started, said Kathy. I'm going to tell you what you have to do differently with 2-year-olds or grumpy adults when it comes to the one rule. I'm also going to tell you why the terrible twos develop and how to avoid them. Sound good? Sure, anything that helps, said Pam. Soon after a child is through the terrible twos, you won't have to do this. But for 2-year-olds, and really anyone younger, like toddlers and babies, you have to be the one to find the harmony. They cannot participate any more than they already are. They are already in harmony with their developmental blueprint, and that takes all of their attention. What is that, their developmental blueprint? Asked Pam. It's what's built into all of us so that we figure out how to move our bodies, like walking. We learn the language where we're born. We learn so much to help us live our lives. And we all learn these things at about the same time and in the same order. That's how we know about the developmental blueprint. I'll tell you briefly what we know about 2-year-olds and their development and why it seems that they are difficult or even terrible. 2-year-olds are developing their willpower. They are making themselves into people who know what they want, who know how to get what they want, and who are determined to keep going until they get what they want. What makes this so difficult for those around them is when they are determined to do and have things that other people do not want them to do or have. That sure sounds like Dean, said Pam. I'm not surprised, said Kathy, because of what you've said about him. To be able to work with him, you have to pay attention to him. As a person at this stage of development, he must practice wanting and being successful He has no choice. Young children have to do what their developmental blueprint directs them to do. So in a way, he already is in harmony with his developmental blueprint, which guides his development. Harmony? Then why is he such a brat? Asked Pam. He isn't necessarily in harmony with those around him, so it is up to them to get into harmony with him, said Kathy. Get into harmony with a brat? Asked Pam. He is only considered a brat because the adults around him do not understand what he is doing and do not know how to work with him. It can make all the difference if people work with him instead of against him, explained Kathy. So how do I work with him? Asked Pam. First, it helps if you find harmony inside of yourself, said Kathy. How do I do that? Asked Pam. There are various ways. We have a whole training on this. Before he gets there, you could give yourself a timeout. A timeout? Why do I need a timeout? Asked Pam. Just to have some time to yourself, doing something you enjoy, like listening to music or reading or dancing, or writing a list of things you're glad about in your life, or even just sitting quietly and paying attention to your breath going in and out of your nostrils. Or listening to an app on your phone like dripping water or central air. With the first two, the idea is to get you focusing on what you appreciate about your life. These help you feel the good feelings of harmony inside of you. With the last two, it is to stop your thoughts. This helps you get in touch with the source of harmony inside of you, explained Kathy. I think I'll start with writing a list of things I'm glad about, said Pam. It's good to do this every day, to make it a practice, said Kathy. Maybe we can tell all the guardians about this, said Jenny. I want to do it. That's a great idea, Jen, said Pam. Yes, it is, Pam, said Kathy. You can help me with this, can't you, Mom? Asked Timmy. We can do this together, can't we, Mom? Sure we can, Timmy, said Kathy. So what do I do next? Asked Pam. It's very important to remember that your work is to put yourself in harmony with Dean, since he can't get into harmony with you. Realize that he is doing important developmental work and do your best to think yourself into harmony with him. Make sure you keep feeling good about what's going on between you. That is you being in harmony with him. Pay close enough attention to him while you're with him to notice when he first chooses to do something. He needs to keep practicing wanting something and doing his best to achieve it. If you notice he's choosing something you do not want him to choose, when he has first made a choice, it's easier to get him to choose something else, something that you feel good about. Once he has become determined to do or have something, it is easier to go along with him and make sure that it goes smoothly, explained Kathy. What did you mean by think yourself into harmony with him? Asked Pam. Let's say you didn't realize that he had chosen to take the TV remote into another room. Since he is already doing it, he is being determined. So to think yourself into harmony, you might think, I'm going to follow him, and when he's done, I'll make sure to put the remote back, but where he can't get it again. So you think that and you do that. Now, if you see that he is going to put it in the dog's water bowl, you have to interrupt him. Just do your best to make it an enjoyable experience for both of you instead of an unhappy one. So besides finding harmony inside yourself, paying close attention is one of the most important things. Doing your best to create harmony with the other person is another important part of this. I just had a thought, said Pam. What if we came over here, at least for the first time? Then I could see how to do things. Yes, Mom, said Timmy, let's do that. I have toys he could play with. That should work out, said Kathy. Just let me know in advance so I can reschedule coaching calls if I have any at that time. I think that I will suggest this as our practice during our next Guardians meeting. It can help in all kinds of situations, even with parents, really with anyone who isn't familiar with the one rule. We all need to know these skills if we're going to introduce the one rule into our families and communities. Great idea, Kathy, said Pam. Yes, said Jenny and Timmy. I am glad you are here. Now let's have Q&A and discussion.
Hi.
Hi.
It was really very good. I was hearing, and yes, it's so true that volunteer services and joining together, coming to an agreement, is very nice. I was just deeply hearing everything. Very good.
Thank you.
It's very, very nice. And I today even, if you saw that I shared it in my story also about the book. The book is about,
Oh, how
yeah,
nice.
in my Facebook story as well, in my groups also.
Wow.
I am recommending. Yeah, I'm. I really want the parents to read this and as soon as possible reach to harmony and understand before it's
Yes.
making things worse. It's really very nice. Started doing the work already, and
Yes.
I believe all these could also be a part in the future. Maybe
The what?
in the future, like these all can also be a part.
The
Your
stories.
session. Yes, the story is very
Oh,
nice.
the sessions. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, I'm
yes.
sure it has. I'm sure it has its place here. I think that's why it's keeping going. So um, I wanted to tell you, I almost was going to tell you last night, but um, Brian and I had a Zoom meeting, and we're going to do a partnership and get the books into preschools and daycares.
Oh
Anyway,
wow,
we're gonna
that is
start. We're gonna start in Texas because he has everything he needs for that to happen. So anyway, I wanted to tell you.
wow, wow. That is very, nice. Very, very nice. Even I believe you have worked in Nepal and India and other places. You should send if your book is about to
Yes,
publish. Maybe they will also
yes, that's a
might be
very good
interested.
idea. I hadn't I
And
hadn't exactly thought like that, but um, I could, I'm sure I could connect with the Montessori Institute or whatever they call it now in India, and And I've been thinking that I really should start writing things and posting them, like posting them in your group, posting them
Yes.
in the group that you made for talking with people all over the world. That I should just start, instead, because I put the link for this show, but I haven't written anything to share with people there. And there are other places too. I mean, my own group is one place, and my email list is another place. So anyway.
That's true. That's really, I was thinking that how can uh, we can encourage parents to let their kids play with toys.
Ah, so what have you noticed? Have you noticed that they are preventing it somehow?
I have seen that sometimes parents they believe that it's useless to buy toys. They have already so many stuff at home. They should use that. But what I have noticed, children are curious. When they see new things, they want to touch that. They want to feel that. It's not only that parents think that they, because child does not understand the value of money that is costly. They just want that thing. It feels
Right,
attractive to them, maybe somehow. Even
right.
if I give a spoon to a child, the child will enjoy playing with the spoon, to hit it on the table or somewhere, sound.
Yes.
So, what are the ways in which we can tell the parents that,
Okay.
if a child wants particular.
Okay. As it's something that could happen. One thing parents don't know, I didn't know this before I learned it, is that anything new that we explore is creating a new pathway in our brain. So our brain is becoming more connected, a more powerful force in our life, the more connections we can make. And it doesn't matter what the thing is that the child is exploring. And I would say this probably works for everybody, really. But in terms of toys and children, it's very, very important for them to explore whatever it is they want to explore for as long as they want to explore it. That's one thing, like, like the toys they have at home, the children have done a lot of exploring. So those brain pathways are created. They want to create new ones. That's what happens. And the person that uh, taught this is when I was working in public schools. He came and gave a talk to a group of us, and that's one of the things he was saying. It doesn't matter if it's a video game, it's creating new pathways in the brain, and that's what matters. Now, one thing that I just thought of as I was explaining this situation and the situation with the old toys is maybe because I've heard of families that do this. Maybe those old toys that the ones they are not interested in holding on to, they could pass to other children who haven't explored those. There could be a variety of ways that could happen, but as long as the ones they want to hold on to, they can hold on to for whatever their reasons are, and the ones that they're done with, they can pass along for other children, and they get to create new pathways in their brains because of the new exploration they're doing. Anyway, those are the two things that come to my mind. And they hadn't before. So this is good. I'm glad that you brought this up.
I have noticed even when, like after the children get bored with a particular toy, then they want to move on. So at that time, like you are saying, they can always donate that toy to someone or give them. And
Right.
even if this toys are precious, we can see that how they are keeping their little things. Give them a sense of responsibility that
Yes.
this is your toy. Like for example, later on they have to handle big things in life. Big things take care of. So why not start with a little thing?
Very nice, Batool. Yes. Very nice.
I remember I had all my toys. Even when I got married, I had all my. So after my marriage, my father actually gave my toys and all. He kept it as like a memory of mine that I had. And then some of my toys, my son, and still they are there. Similarly, many are there at my father's house,
Nice.
and all they are actually playing with it. But I feel whenever I look at my toy, it gives me a pleasure feeling that I was just this years old and I got
Nice.
this. This is my first. So I believe when children toys plays also a very important role in
Yes.
children lives. And it's not necessary that a toy should be very expensive. It can be anything. It can be made up with a pebble. It can be a natural thing. But as long as the child loves it,
Right.
loves to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I have seen parents, they usually don't encourage toys are very important for them. This is my belief that toys are learned. Like it's not always that you tell them that you're learning, listen to a poem or something. No, let them play. They are exploring new things with a toy.
Right.
They are touching that stuff. And what do you think, Miss Karen? I have seen many mothers who don't like playing with slime and dough and all these things, but I love that. I love that. I I love the kids dipping their fingers and having that feeling of sensory, feeling of touching, and they enjoy. I have seen their faces glow while playing, and I have seen mothers getting angry also when they put it. So, what do you think about it?
Well, I think whoever wants to play with it, it's a good thing, because there are inner reasons that these things are happening. And even just if it's a delightful feeling for somebody, then it's good for them to play with it. If they don't like it, like if a mother doesn't like it, she shouldn't have to play with it. That's what I would think. But the
Yeah, because
child, for sure, if they want to, of course.
even it give a beautiful feeling also when sometimes and yes, you can clear up the mess. You can have a messy area at your house. You can have something and spread on the floor or something, and you can tell your child this is your messy area in which you can create as much mess as you want and then wind it up even, clean it up even. And but let them
Right?
play, let them play. Because I had a workshop, I remember, and she just told a very good thing. She said that no need to go for expensive things. Even at home, for example, you can make uh, with a curd, you can put food color in it that can turn into a paint. Let the child play with it. And
Yeah.
even if he or she puts in the mouth also, it's completely safe
Right.
because it's just curd.
Right.
Natural things. Similarly, for that, because when we go to beach, we enjoy making sand castle over there. We want to make things we all enjoy. with touching our fingers into the deep mud, and having that feeling and all that. So why not let kids play? Let freely, like they can, let them make mud pies, whatever they want to, let them feel an imaginary kitchen in some places. Like I have seen a school, I don't remember the name, they actually take the kids and they have made some forest type of a place where the kids are playing, they're having jumps in the, like they're puddling and all these things. It's so nice. The feeling seems so nice. Whenever I looked at, I wanted to be that again, a child, and go there, play with them, have that fun. Like they
Yes.
should not be told. They should not be told, hey, don't do that. Don't put your finger over there. Hey, that's dirty. Let them play.
Right.
Let them play. I
Yeah.
like this is their time. Let them play. Playing. I remember I was teaching an essay in a Urdu language to a child. I was just helping her out. I told that games play a significant role, and they teach you a lot. There are team games with team spirits. There are games which you play alone also, in which you have a pressure that you need to win, and with the team you learn, like you said, agreement. In team you need agreement. Playing football, playing soccer, playing any
Right.
game, you need a rule, agreement, that you all agree with your captain. So
Yeah.
teams, actually,
Otherwise,
you see the spirit. And
yeah,
yes, otherwise, like you're saying, they can lose, because teams only work when
exactly.
there's a common between them.
Right. Because you're
And
not
when you are united,
right.
yes, you're right.
Yeah, it's a good thing. That's
Yeah, when you're united, even though if you lose, you enjoy, you love that.
yeah, because you know, not everybody, if you're gonna be in that competition realm, not everybody gets to be the the winner of the prize, but you can still have the prize of playing and having fun with your friends. um, as long as it doesn't get too serious, then it turns into something else. But children don't take it to something serious like that. This is
Yes, yes, yes.
one of the reasons why I feel it's so important for for kids to be able to follow what they want to do as much as possible, because there's so much going on in them that we don't necessarily even know about. I mean, they are going to live in a world that's going to be different than, I mean, we don't know what's coming up ahead. So, but there's something guiding them. And so I think that whatever they're interested in, if we can help that happen for them, if they need help, there are certain things they don't even need help with. But like I remember, like you talk about little pebbles and things, when we would go camping, I remember creating little play areas and things for, I had a tiny little doll, um, and that was like my favorite toy, was this little doll. And I would use little sticks and pebbles and stuff between trees to make houses for the doll and stuff, and play with the other kids that were camping also. um, Interesting. Anyway, it was a very enjoyable experience, and I think those are important, really supremely important.
Yes, although toys are non-living things, but they are part of our good memories.
They are like part of a child's memory. They remember that toy and that, recalls. And when children are happy, when parents or mothers or they play with the children, so the sensory, the happy cells in your nervous systems also, works better more. They keeps those memories, happy memories in their
Yes.
mind, that yes, we had a great time with our mom. I remember this is the place where my mom used to do like this with me. This is the place where my dad used to play with me. He taught me this. Because when we say that mothers are the best friend of their daughters, so they have to act also like a best friend. They have to play that role. We have to walk in their shoes also to make them comfortable. We have to spend time with them. I know it's very hard sometimes for some of the mothers because they are very busy. Sometimes some moms are working, some are saying that this problem, that problem, whatever it is. But from your basic whole routine, give a little time to your child. Sit
Yes.
and play with him. Same I'll say for dads also, that they should also. It's not only mom's duty, it's their dad's duties
Right.
even.
Right.
And they should let their children go to their grandparents, because the most quality time the children can spend is with their grandparents, and they will love to play with their grandchildren, love to
Right.
spend time. That is a treasure.
Yes. Definitely.
They teach them a lot, the wisdom. They teach them what in playing they teach them so many nice things which the children
Yeah.
always remember. Still, I remember, though my grandparents are not alive, but I remember what they taught.
Hmm.
I was very little, but I remember how my grandfather used to call my name and make me sit and make me do some of the words. And I remember each and everything, how he
Right.
used to drink his tea. So if I remember, I just believe because there should, there, these, every chapter, every phase is a part of your good memory. You need to have them. Because when
Yes.
you're struggling in life with some of the hard times, these good memories help you out.
That's right. They do. You're right. You're right. So the more good memories we can make, the better.
Yes, the better because we don't know what will happen tomorrow. So why should
Right.
we not take advantage of today?
Exactly. That's all we really have is right now.
Yes, like we want like today, I was thinking about, I even shared a post about a girl in Azerbaijan. She's holding her notebooks. That's a very touched post. When I saw that, I shared it in my group. I felt so like she had such notebooks in her hand. At that time, I just remember Anne Frank diaries, which she wrote in the time of World War. Who knew
Right.
that a child's diaries will be working as a primary evidence in history now? Children are
Right.
studying them. Who knew that?
Yeah,
She
that's
wrote
true.
it. She wrote her feelings. She wrote her, a child at that age, and writing things which we are using as an evidence.
Right.
Mind what happened at that time. It's a very big thing. We think children, but children are very intelligent even. We have to understand them. We have to give them opportunities. Let them play with freedom. Like
Yes.
every child deserves, like every child deserves to be educated and get education. So why not every child deserves to play?
Right.
Why
Yes.
not? Why not playing? Why
Well
not
said.
parents say that? Why not parents say that every child like deserves to play? Why
Right.
only study, read books, go this, go this? Why not that they deserve to play?
Yes.
And obviously, that is why we have good players also. They play with their heart, whether it's football team, whether it's soccer, whatever team, rugby, whatever it is. They are born players, and sometimes they are good players, but we don't let them. We don't motivate them, and then they're stuck with their life and to the rule which the parents want them to go on. Then
Mm.
they don't take decisions in their life. We have
Right.
to let them take decisions. We have to let
Yes.
them.
Yes.
And playing develops confidence. For example, a game like Monopoly, Scrabble, or not even indoors, outdoor games, even physical games, even whether
Right.
it's table tennis or whatever, ball, playing with ball, whatever. It gives confidence to your child.
Yes, that's true. You've obviously given this a lot of thought.
Yeah,
This,
yeah,
this is good. It's
I really
good,
feel bad
Batool.
because I really feel bad when parents don't let the children, play or say that I'm watching the whole time they're playing. Let them play. They're kids. When will they play?
Right.
When they grow to our age, they will play? No, at that time there's so many responsibilities on the shoulders that you hardly get time to play. But they have time. Like you are working hard because your children can play, they can have this freedom. So I don't know why parents take a lot of tension from the pre-primary level even though the child is not in the university level, the tension, the stress is the same like a university level stress that they are not studying. I don't know what to do, how to motivate them towards education. I really feel that come on, playing is also an education. Just take them if they
Yeah.
like playing. Let them buy them intellectual puzzles. Take them, motivate them with playing. Once they will play, then they will themselves come to studies also. They will get, they will know that they have a quality time to play. They will not have the thirst of playing.
When,
And once you have, Mhm.
yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just going to say that I just was remembering one of my uh, autistic students. Um, we did a lot of games, and he would practice reading with the games, a lot of them.
Games. I remember in like a shoe box, girls make doll houses with a shoe box. They cut them, they put things inside it. I also used to do the same thing with the shoe box. I used to paint them, cut them, and make things. I remember. So
Nice.
actually, that's creativity also in a way
Yes.
that you're using house things and making them. So if we encourage the children to play, they will definitely have a very loving heart when they grow up. Even they will have tolerance in them, because in playing you need to have tolerance when you let the other partner win, dispute, like little things happen, but playing
Yes.
is very very important. Then they will even have their routine also. They'll go to bed and they'll straight go to sleep. There will be no issue of they are up all night because they're tired. They use their energy levels.
Right. Yeah. Also, what you mentioned about creativity, it's the playing is very creative also. And that, in fact, that's a big part of it.
Yes.
So they're
Imagine yet you are flying in an airplane.
right. Yeah.
Like we can play right now. We can imagine we are in a flight, you are in a flight, and we can play like that. So
Yeah.
it gives a good feeling. It gives a good feeling.
Yeah.
So why?
Right.
So
I
why not
remember
the children?
um, when I was asked to help out with this little girl who was causing a lot of trouble for the other children, and I was writing my book, but I came back to Children's House and worked with her for a couple weeks. Well, one time we were in this little room which had a couple of beds in it and some windows, and kids would go in and they would play. And so they decided that they wanted to play some kind of game. And I remember asking the little girl who thought of the game, I said, well, who should I be? And she said, or you can be whoever you want. And that I realized
Cute.
that's what they do. They get to be whoever they want, and they, as they go along, they explain, okay, now I'm doing this, and the other person could say, well, I wanted to do that. Oh, okay, well then let's do it together, or whatever. They figure something out, but the whole thing was, it was very exciting. It was fun. And that's, I got, and because I don't remember that, I didn't remember that. Now, um, anyway, I really appreciated that the the constant creativity that's going on. And now, one of the things that, besides like you were saying, make a pretend imaginary kitchen kind of situation, making mud pies and stuff like that. Well, that's one thing. But there's also maybe, now I don't know if, okay, at Children's House, one of the things we had was an actual kitchen, child sized, and they could wash dishes, they could prepare food. Everybody ate lunch or snacks. They would prepare their own snacks, and they enjoyed that also. So whether it's a purely creative, like making mud pies, or whether it's actually making some food that you're going to eat or you're going to serve, they like it all.
Yes, I agree. I completely agree. And I remember this story, Alice in Wonderland, in which there's a party. So, this gives a very good idea in which girls can have their own, children can have their own tea party, a small tea party in which they can wear fancy dresses, and
Right.
they all, this will also teach them table manners also, that how to
Yes.
serve. Let them deal, because they're going to imitate the actions, they're going to watch, they're going to say the dialogues, they're going to crack jokes, or like say Queen of Heart is there, so how should a queen be dressed, how should a queen speaks, all these things, so they will learn themselves. They're so smart.
Yes.
But if we tell them, oh, you should walk like this, you should wear, they will get frustrated sometimes.
Right.
Everything
Right.
takes that like as an education. Then it should be a playing. Let them explore, let them
Yeah.
watch the character, let them see how do you feel it, yeah, read it, how do you feel the character should look like, dress up like that, have a party. Like Halloween is, I think, also about to come
Yes.
nearby. Similarly, they develop, they wear the characters, whatever they should, explore all this. I believe parents should understand the importance of playing is very important. Even though if there's no choice, they can imagine themselves as a queen, as a princess.
Right.
They can
Definitely.
sit on a they can sit on a chair or something and act like, they can be even a courtroom, they can act like a lawyer, they can act like doctors, they can fly it. Let them do all this.
Yes. Yes.
Like this is very important towards their creativity, then only they can understand what this, because they observe when they go to airport, they observe the atmosphere over there. When they're having a flight, they observe everything, how the steward comes, how this is served. I have seen that, and they act very well. They actually
Yes.
try to imitate that how are they giving the announcements. Even nowadays children, they act like politicians also. They like to be that. So this is a part of learning
Right.
Observing. Don't think that they're making fun. They're observing someone. They are trying to, like, they have understood that they're trying to understand the character. That's very
Right.
important.
They're exploring also different different things in life. They're trying on things. They're they're figuring out what they like, what they don't like. They're doing a lot of things through this what we call play.
Yes, play is very, very important things.
Yeah.
And if they will not play now, then when will they play? The question is,
Right.
will they play?
Right. And like we were speaking earlier, they are creating enjoyable moments, delightful moments that they can think back on if they, to help them out, like you were saying. Um, so the more of those that they get to create, the richer their life will be.
Yes, very true. Because, like you said, memories give you pain sometimes, so your good memories give you happiness also.
Yes. Yes.
It's both ways. We should
Right.
not remember, forget that we had good time also. We should remember that also. How good, bad, day, night are part of us. But that
Yeah.
good times actually, gives a feeling of relaxation in your mind that yes, we had that time also. I remember that. Yeah. That all of a sudden will let you inside. That
Right.
little moment also.
Yeah.
Sometimes little moments give you a memory which you have, lived that moment, and nothing can, no matter what, that moment can, even though if the moment does not come back, but that moment is very precious for you. The moment when a
Right.
mother sees the baby first time in her lap,
Right.
she has a picture of that baby and it never goes away. Even the baby grows older and have become a grandfather also, but that picture stays in the mom's mind that how was the baby when the baby was born.
Right. Yeah.
Memories give a lot, and children develop good memories and they develop good relation, social circle. Even they get to learn how to do friendships, interact with others, and to develop confidence also in learning.
Yes. Definitely. I
I
agree.
remember whenever school sports and things were there, I was never a person who wanted to win. I just wanted to enjoy. And still also, I just
Ah,
encourage everyone, go ahead and just enjoy. Don't worry about
nice.
winning or losing. Enjoy the day. It's your day. Even the sports day, when the children get upset that they lost the race and they were about to near to get the medal and they didn't get any medal. So I just always tell them it's not about medals. It's about these moments. Enjoy them. These are your school
Very
times. You're
nice.
with your school kids. Winning and losing is a part. Everyone cannot be a winner. But losing also, if you are giving a tough time to your opponent, it's a good game. You give them a tough time. But what I mostly believe is just enjoying. I don't want competitions, and I'm not that type of a
Yeah.
person even. No
Yeah.
matter what, I never compete, and I don't want to. If I see that someone started competition with me, I let them go forward. Okay, go ahead,
Uh-huh.
you come forward.
Right.
I can't do that. I'm
Right.
not. I'm enjoying my work. I'm enjoying, and I just do with my heart.
Yeah. I like cooperation.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think a lot comes out of that.
Yes,
Like
and
this.
that gives you strength. Yes, like see, I'm in a different part of the world. You're in a different part of the world.
I
Still, the
know.
destiny works, and we all wait together for Tuesday for the session to talk. And even Dan, Mr. Dan Scones, he was telling me that I wish we could all get together and have a great time. I said, why not? We can have a Zoom fun day also one day. Even though if we are near, not in your country, not in your city, doesn't matter. We'll have a coffee day on Zoom. We all will hold our coffees and we'll all have chit chat
Yeah,
without any recordings. We'll enjoy the day. He said, yes, go ahead then.
that sounds
It's fun.
good.
It's
Yeah,
fun talking. It's fun talking to like minds and, you know, positive
yes,
people. It's fun.
yes, it is.
There are people who are thinking like you. There are people who cares, who knows, who are going to guide you. It's really very nice. And I have learned a lot from your sessions, especially the one rule.
Ah, yeah, I'm glad that came to me. Very glad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very nice. The one rule.
So
Magic.
Brian, he brought up near the end of our talking last night. Um,
Mhm.
he said to that maybe uh, that he and I can work on spreading this in this country, but maybe through you we can work on spreading it over there too. Um,
Yes, yes.
because what his idea is that people purchase a book and there'll be a certificate in the back, and that will give them credits for get here in this country. Some states, most states, people that work in daycares or preschools and they have to have a license, and in order to renew their license they have to take so many uh, they have to get so many clock hours is what they call them in Texas. And here they call them uh, I'm not sure, childcare hours. I think, yeah, I think that anyway, um, most states have a requirement like that. So we're going to start in Texas, but I don't know if other countries, if they have that kind of training requirement. But that was part of the idea. The other part that I didn't tell him yet because it wasn't fully formed in my mind is to also ask the preschools and daycares um, to get this book to their parents. So
Yes.
yeah, but
This is also a good idea.
we'll go more to that. Well, you've already started, I can see from what you said,
And
by
ye-
posting.
yeah, you can see that I've put it in the group. Yeah, in the group also. And I'm trying to communicate with other parents also, recommendations also. I'm tagging them as well. But I was thinking last night that if we can have a good hard copy also of the book, that we can
Yeah,
show that.
I will do that. I sort of started doing that because by putting it on Amazon, I can also choose to have a hard copy of it. And so then we could get it that way because they will
Yeah.
create it.
So that yeah, that will work too. Because if schools purchase, they would love to have a hard copy so teachers can hold in their hands and, read, and the parents can take it from the school. I'm trying to slowly, reach to every area wherever I think that they will obviously, like childcare, you're saying is a good place. And even mommies as well, pregnant mommies as well,
Yes, I've
newly
thought of
married
that.
women as well. Yeah,
Yes.
because they have a
Ah,
quality time. E-
right.
even I'm in wherever groups I am, I'm recommending that, I'm sharing. like slowly I'm going posting. I shared with my story even yesterday, like today in the story also, the whole like hours my story is going to come, in which I recommended the book and
Okay.
ran the group also. So
Oh, the other thing, um, we, Brian and I both agreed that you probably know a lot more about marketing and getting it out there than we do. And so we're going to be running things by you too. Okay.
sure. You
I
can
figure.
always call me.
Yeah.
I'm always, yeah, I'm always there for you. Because I was thinking at night also, I wanted to, I have to keep the book safe also. I don't want any pirate copy in the country or any other country. And on the other hand, I want it to go to those who will use it, who will
Yes.
actually read it. Because my
Right.
purpose is just not selling the book, my
Right.
giving the book. My purpose is the book should be read, it should be read, it should be
Right.
understood, it should be discussed, it should, then people can, get in touch a new way. It's not just you read a book and you keep it on the table. No, you read it, you discuss that, then you use those rules, then get back to us, let us know how it helped you.
Batool,
Yes.
um, one of the good things about this book is that there is a training, and the training has a lot of information in it.
Mm.
And so even if somebody didn't feel like reading the whole book, if they did the training, they would get what they need to be able to use the one rule in the world. So,
I will add that also in
okay.
the Facebook. I will add that when you purchase the book, you are going to get an opportunity for the training also. Training will be
The
how many days?
the training is in the book.
Okay, the training is in the book. Okay,
It's like the second part
I got it.
of the book is the training, and there are 12 lessons. You can do them as quickly or slowly as you like. And every lesson has a
Okay.
couple of questions. Some have more, a couple of them don't have any questions, but they suggest you write in your journal.
I think you should do a little recording of this that you tell about the book, that what does the book hold, it holds the training and how it is, so I can share that in groups also. Like you're
So,
recording right now, similarly, a
yeah.
little recording of your book,
Oh, I
introducing the
know,
book,
you
that what
told
is
me.
in the book.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just a
I
little
can
like
that
that.
share with others so that they can listen to you. Yeah, just a little
Okay.
2 minutes, 3 minutes
Because
video
I didn't
in
know
which,
what to
just
say. So now you've
but
given
now
me
you're telling me that is the
guidance.
right thing. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah,
I
this
can
is
do
what
that.
people would love to hear from you.
Okay.
Yeah, they would love to hear that they have the training in the book and they can read the chapters and how
Okay.
they can be a little like how they can be used. That's it. And the
Okay.
link we can share along.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, I'm going to have to go now.
Yeah, it was pleasure talking to you.
Yes, for me
Thank you so
also.
much. Thank you.
And I'm glad you
Thank
brought
you.
up
Thank you.
about toys and playing. Very important.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Batul, very much.
Most welcome. Thank you. God bless you. Bye bye. Take
Thank
care.
you. You too.
Thank you.